Hi, how are you? It's great to see you. I'm RazMansReality with special guest RotisserieiJamie, and we are here to talk about the week that was in WWE WrestleMania, NXT TakeOver, Raw, SmackDown, and what we think is going to happen in each superstar shakeup.
Which
So,
I'm going to. I'm going
yeah,
to that, guys.
she's going to be part of the Raw for the superstar shakeup. So, if this is your first time here and you're passionate about entertainment, wrestling, and sports, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything. Also, do that for Jamie's channel if for some reason you've never been to it, because it will be down below in the archive as well. But let's start. Let me just quickly, and I'll do it quickly because I know that you didn't get a chance to see it. But if you didn't see NXT TakeOver New Orleans, best takeover ever of all time, and the most emotional main event, storytelling wise, since the end of an era between Undertaker, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 28, between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So I can't rave enough about NXT TakeOver New Orleans. You have to see that if you haven't seen it. So let's move on to Raw. And holy crap, like the Raw after WrestleMania has a reputation of being the craziest show of the year. But this thing, like, went way over the top. Like, it was just so many surprises and so many returns. Like, you're going to have to help me remember the order because I had cable issues on Monday night and had to watch the Hulu replay the next day. But my goodness, okay. I believe the first one was Ember Moon showing up as Nia Jax's partner, right? She was the first one.
I don't really remember the order, but there was about 6 call ups and returns. Like
Yeah,
6.
it was amazing. So Ember Moon, as soon as she lost the NXT Women's Championship, I kind of predicted that she would go to the main roster. So
Oh no, 7 because she came with a partner, didn't she? Or that no, that was on SmackDown.
that's Peyton Royce and Billy Kay over on SmackDown.
If you count the 2 shows together, there was like
Yes.
over almost 10, or over no, over almost. There was a lot between the 2 days.
There was a lot going on, but Ember Moon was great. And then after Ember Moon, I believe, was that segment with The Miz and the Miztourage telling Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, like, they don't have a partner. They can't face him in a 6-man tag. And freaking Jeff Hardy returns. I mean, the pop he got was amazing.
I love Jeff. I can't wait to see him live. I haven't seen him live in forever since I was, how old was I? Maybe like 11 or 12. I don't know. Maybe you think I'm 11 and 12 now, which if I go to wrestling, yep, I'm 11 and 12 years old.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But yeah,
I haven't seen him in a long time, so because he
yeah,
left in 2008, so I haven't seen him since then.
right. And then, holy crap, probably the biggest surprise of the week by far, Bobby freaking Lashley is
Who
back in.
saw that coming? That was the last person. He was never even on my mind to begin with, let alone, oh, he's coming back. Like,
Right. Yeah, that was like, because I was having issues with my USA Network and Spectrum. I don't want to go on a rant, but thank God for the Hulu replay the next day. But when you say, because I'm trying to figure out how to get a stream going, and trying to watch the show, and you're like, can I tell you what's going on? I'm like, yeah. And you're like, Bobby Lashley just showed up, and I'm like, what? Like, that was literally my reaction was like, what?
I think you thought I was like trolling because sometimes I'll throw out random people that obviously aren't there. They're like, "Oh yeah, showed up." Like obviously he's there. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's John Cena," and like he's like meantime filming a movie or something, like something really unrealistic. So I don't know if that's what you were thinking. But I was like, "No, Bobby Lashley showed up."
Yeah, no, that was kind of my initial reaction to it for sure. And then, in before, I know what we skipped over on accident. Roman Reigns cut a promo about his rematch with Brock Lesnar, and Samoa Joe returns.
Oh yeah, Samoa Joe. So that's like 7 people.
Yeah. So that was, I think that covers everything from Raw. I think. But Paige's retirement officially. That was very hard.
That, however, the next night we have good news.
Yes, Paige is the new
SmackDown
SmackDown.
I'm so happy for her. Like, that is another thing that we did not expect, and I really, really like the fact that she is. So I think you wanted to say that we've never really had a female GM, or at least in a long time. What, since?
Yeah, I think the last official female GM was Vicky Guerrero, I think.
Which, by the way, we said that exact same time when we were last talking about. We both were like, Vicky Guerrero? That's what we both said.
Or was it AJ Lee? Was AJ Lee after Vicky Guerrero or before?
I don't know if that really counts as anything. Like a legitimate, like, Vicky
Guerrero. Yeah, no, I don't think AJ counts either because it's like 3 weeks or something. But yeah, the Paige was the last name I expected. It's a great role for her because she gets to remain involved. And it confirms that Daniel Bryan is a full-time superstar again, which, you know,
my God, SmackDown.
You know, who doesn't love that? And then Paige, the main event, okay? If we're going to talk about Paige, she makes the main event of Daniel Bryan.
By the way, first decision.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
How many times have you and I been like, oh man, I wish Daniel Bryan could still wrestle? Could you imagine if he fought this person? Could you imagine if he fought Daniel Bryan fought AJ Styles? Like, and it became a reality. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely unbelievable. And then Shinsuke being a brilliant heel at the end and attacking both guys. I want to see a triple threat feud between the two, or between the three at Backlash. That's what I want to see happen. I mean, it was just great. And then the other big things from SmackDown were the iconic duo debuted, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, are on the main roster now. On SmackDown, they freaking beat down Charlotte. I mean, that was one of the worst beatdowns I've ever seen, man or woman. I mean, she was completely motionless. Then Carmella comes out. Carmella is your new SmackDown Women's Champion. So we talked about this in your video in part 1 of the WrestleMania reaction. That has to be entirely why Asuka lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania. Because they knew that was the plan. So what are your feelings about that, first of all? And second of all, what do you think Carmella is going to do as champion? Like, are you looking forward to it, or are you indifferent about it? Like,
I'm indifferent about it because I'm not really, But I do like how far she's come, because when she first came on, like, nobody did a thing when she came out. Now she's getting some sort of reaction, and this makes her legitimate now because obviously she's a champion. Before, like, nobody cared.
Yeah, the crowd was actually like legit.
Say that I don't care about her, but I'm just not a fan of her. I'm glad someone different are the champions, but like, I'm not really a fan of Carmella, so I don't.
Well, she held on to it. What I will say is that she held on to it for a long time, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes. And I'm glad they finally, pulled the trigger on it if they were going to do it. So
yeah, but like, I'm not into her, so it doesn't matter when they pull the trigger for me.
No, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying for sure. But let's talk about what you got so excited about. Like, you didn't hear it. Okay, we're watching Raw together, and she didn't hear it because she was, I think, had to answer a text on her phone, or Wanda, her cat, was doing.
No, it was for something for school.
Okay, but what? Okay, so anyway, she didn't hear it, and I'm like, "Tell me when you hear that." She's like, "Hear what?" And I was like, "Part 1 of the Superstar Shakeup the next week, when you're going to Raw," and your reaction was literally like,
"What?" I screamed, "What?"
Yeah, at the top of her lungs, and she's just so excited. And why wouldn't you be? I mean, it's going to be fantastic because you have no idea who you're going to see at all. And the one match that you have confirmed is Sasha Banks versus Bayley. So you know that that's going to be absolutely amazing to witness. So let's just throw some names out there. Who do you think should move in the Superstar shakeup between brands?
You have to try to think about that. Who's there? Who was I saying can move around? Do you remember who I was saying?
I think we both originally said Finn.
I'm saying guys like Finn, but like if he's with Seth, maybe not so much. That's why I felt like we had to wait until after WrestleMania because that's the calendar year. And also, can we just mention that I called it when the Superstar shakeup was going to happen? I was
You
like,
did,
we'll
yeah.
do it the day after. I'm like, they have literally said this is our calendar year, so now something's new going to start next week.
Right.
So,
no, you totally did call that because the original rumor was it was going to be the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania. You're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense because the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania would be too crowded. Like, it should be the week after.
And that's still their calendar. So, like,
yeah.
So it's still, WrestleMania time.
Yeah. You're right. It's very difficult right now to figure out who should move.
It's not that I don't know. I'm just trying to think of
Becky Lynch.
Well, yeah, but that was that's who you said, not me.
Well, Becky Lynch, I think, should absolutely move just because, not because I love her, but because everyone loves her and they're doing absolutely nothing with her on SmackDown. So
I'll just say people that aren't moving. It can't be Daniel Bryan. It can't be AJ Styles. Like they're in a few at the moment on SmackDown. It can't be Ronda going to SmackDown. So like those are off the list. But I'm thinking like I know one guy you're saying like what if Braun Strowman goes to SmackDown? But I think more people need to go to SmackDown. Not that they don't have loaded people because they have AJ Styles and Shinsuke and Daniel Bryan now as a wrestler. They have Paige now down there, so Paige is a nice fit for SmackDown, by the way.
Paige is a great fit for SmackDown. Tremendous fit.
I think SmackDown could come to Raw because
right.
I think SmackDown needs to benefit more.
The only name that I can even think about right now is Rusev.
Yeah.
Because he's, whether we like him or not, we've established that we don't like him. He is extremely over. And they're not pushing him the way an over person should be booked. So maybe him going to Raw is a good thing for him.
What if they move some of the SmackDown? What if they move some of the tag teams? Because the feuds are getting old, and like we don't have a lot of tag teams anyway.
No, I agree with that. I'm actually very fearful. Speaking of tag teams, I'm fearful about the New Day. I'm fearful that they might finally pull the trigger on breaking them up.
They cannot do that. Like they're so over still. I mean, they got pancakes. You
can't. Right? I mean, you don't have to tell me you're preaching to the choir for me and for anybody watching this video live or on the replay, but that's just a fear that I have. It's a hard year because like before WrestleMania, we thought, okay, Shinsuke's gonna win the WWE Championship and AJ going to Raw because he's done everything you can do on SmackDown, but now he's still WWE Champion. So I don't think they're going to switch the titles. I mean, they could do that to be really crazy. They could put the Universal title on SmackDown and WWE title on Raw.
That wouldn't make sense.
I don't see that.
And it's a different color. So like.
Yeah. Oh, The Miz. The Miz should definitely go to SmackDown and finish the stuff he was building with Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan was cleared. Everybody wants to see that match. So there's a no-brainer right there. Agree with that?
We're also thinking, I'm not saying, yes. Another random match, but I was saying this doesn't have to do with the Superstar shakeup, but like, we were also thought like it was going to lead to Shane versus Daniel Bryan. Let's see who else could come over. So like Braun to Raw, and what else did you say about? Well, what else did you say about Raw then?
I'm just trying to think that I can't really think of any guys that aren't being utilized. Maybe Dolph Ziggler, but we say that about Dolph Ziggler every year, and it doesn't seem like WB wants to do anything with Dolph Ziggler, which is a real shame.
Well, obviously everyone that just got called up isn't going to just suddenly jump ship. You know what I mean?
Right. They're not going to suddenly switch brands.
But they might switch other tag teams, so there are different ones to
right.
come up.
Maybe since they're not really doing a Bullet Club after all, maybe Gallows and Anderson go to SmackDown.
Well, they could. AJ's on SmackDown.
Yeah, that would be cool. The Revival maybe goes to SmackDown, but that's the problem. Is I feel like everything is about going to SmackDown and not the other way around. But it's hard. There's not really
take any because you can't take any of the big guys off of SmackDown. They need them, but then you don't want to send someone. No offense to anybody on the but you can't send someone that's not really that relevant. Like the only person other than who's the guys that can't leave, you know, like your AJ Styles and your Shinsuke and you know who else was on there? I didn't think. Well, you and I are drawing blanks, but you get my point. Aren't gonna leave. So Rusev probably. What about Randy Orton?
Randy Orton would be a good move.
There's nothing for him to do anymore.
Except for the fact that he's number one contender to Jinder Mahal now. So unless they're going to move the U.S. title to Raw and the Intercontinental title to SmackDown, maybe they do that. Maybe Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown, which, you know, he would have to throw away a lot of shirts, the Money at Rollins shirts, but it'd be something new for him. We've never seen him on SmackDown before.
That is true. However, as long as I get to see him first on Monday, then he can go wherever he sees.
Oh, of course. But I mean,
different.
I don't know. I feel like it's almost the case where they have to do stuff just for the sake of doing it. I don't really think, other than like Rusev and Becky Lynch, I really don't feel like anybody's screaming at me like they're not being used properly on their current brand.
Well, also, I just wanted to say that I don't think that, but they've done it before where they've been in the middle of a storyline or a draft and they just send someone somewhere else. They're definitely, I don't think, going to, what you just said, I don't think then they're going to switch brands. If Randy's not going to SmackDown. But, like, he would, I mean, Raw. Randy needs to go somewhere else. He could do other stuff on Raw. Like, what else is there for him to do on SmackDown? Nothing.
I would have said Bray Wyatt before WrestleMania, but now he's broken Bray Wyatt with Matt Hardy, and they're attacking now. So I don't see them going anywhere because I think they win the number one contendership against the Bar and face the Bar in Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's really weird. I feel like there's somebody obvious that we're not saying. Like once we get done with this video, we're gonna be like, oh, we should have said this person or that person. You know. Bailey? Yeah, Bailey. Send Bailey or Sasha to SmackDown. That'd be great. And then maybe send Natty back to Raw. Maybe send Naomi to Raw. Like, but I can't think of any guys that should go to Raw. Like,
you need at this point, you need AJ Shinsuke to stay on SmackDown. Okay, so what about Sammy and Kevin?
Sammy and Kevin are interesting because they're obviously going to have to finish this storyline. I think they either stay on SmackDown or they both go to Raw together. I think they need to go to Raw because I think they've done everything they can do as a team on SmackDown. So I do think that is something you could see. But then when they were on Raw before, Sammy especially, he didn't get utilized. But that was before he was a heel, so maybe he doesn't really count. Maybe he can go to Raw now and have a good run of things. Braun Strowman, we've already touched on him, but I think he could be huge on SmackDown, like immediately be a threat to AJ Styles over on SmackDown.
That'd be quite an interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm desperately trying to find somebody on SmackDown that feels like they need to go to Raw, and I can't think of.
We're really blanking, but like it's gonna be so unpredictable, and it's gonna be unpredictable when I go and see it live. I'm very excited.
It's gonna be
like I was saying. I think that the tag teams need to switch because then they'll be able to be utilized more and do different things. And now that they're call ups, they'll be able to do different feuds.
Right. So, well,
the guys on teams will come from SmackDown, and that more of the bigger guys on Raw, some of them will go to SmackDown.
So. Speaking of tag teams, since you brought that up, do you think Shelton Benjamin and Jack Gable should go over to Raw together, or do you think they should split them up and let Shelton become a singles wrestler again?
I think they should kind of split them up, and I think whatever happened to, they should have never split the group. What am I?
Jason Jordan, that's who you're thinking of.
Yeah, they should have never split them up. They should just bring them back together. And
yeah, they should just bring the original. American
so put them on Raw and have Shelton Benjamin be single on SmackDown.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. If Jason Jordan's healthy, absolutely do that. Does Big Cass maybe go to SmackDown?
Oh no, I was going to say that Big Cass to SmackDown because he's not back yet.
He hasn't returned yet. That would be
definitely. I've never really seen.
And there would be kind of an interesting underlying thing would they put Carmella and Cass together because their history, even though they're broke up in real life now.
That would be interesting. That would be awkward for them.
Yeah,
that would be interesting though to have them together on SmackDown. So, what do you think if Enzo? I know the situation with Enzo, but like if Enzo never left and that didn't happen, what about him going to SmackDown and them all kind of reuniting on SmackDown?
Oh, absolutely. I think that would have been great. I think Enzo and Cass and Carmella were the best they've ever been as a unit. Now have them be a heel unit would just be fantastic. So, I mean, if they ever do bring back Enzo Amore, absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. I feel like we can't leave. Like I'm not trying to make a super long video and drag up my watch time or anything, but I feel like we really need to pick somebody from SmackDown that's a guy to go to Raw before we get in this video, but I just can't think.
So Rusev, I feel like if Randy wasn't in his current title picture like that, I feel like Randy would go to Raw. And so Rusev and Randy.
And I would have felt like Samoa Joe going to SmackDown, but then Samoa Joe is supposed to be waiting for the winner of Saudi Arabia at Backlash for the Universal Championship. Can we
talk about Saudi Arabia for a minute? Like, I know it's more of just like, what's the word? Just for show rather than like it.
Yeah.
So some of the matches are just random as heck.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
it'll be cool though. Like it'll be cool.
It's gonna be great. I know what you want to talk about though. So go ahead and talk about it.
Rusev first Undertaker in a casket match. Like part of me is like, oh my god, a casket match. Like especially, with Undertaker's health and everything. But then I'm like, wow, awesome, because I knew he was gonna be there, but we didn't know in what capacity because health reasons and like with retirement. And then when I first saw it, I was like, are people just like putting like speculation, or I was like, are people just doing like fake pairing? When you do like dream matching, like, putting two people together that have never even been looked at each other before. And then I saw Undertaker and Rusev versus Rusev, and I was like very confused because they've never been anywhere near each other. I don't, you know what I mean? And then I got really excited and I got really confused. Then I was like, but it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense though. But then I was like, oh my gosh, that casket match works for Undertaker though. But then I was like, well, like you were saying, Rusev is really over and he could get a rub from this, but it's more likely a special attraction.
Yeah. Well, anybody who gets in the ring with Undertaker is going to get a rub, regardless.
But I just thought it was, my overall thought is that I thought it was really random. But I know that Saudi Arabia is not met. It's not going to be a storyline. It's a special attraction for the people there. And when I first saw it, I was just very confused. But I'm really happy, but confused and concerned for Undertaker. So that's all of my feelings.
I don't think it's a coincidence that John Cena is facing Triple H either. I think maybe we get more interaction between Taker and Cena at Saudi Arabia. Maybe. But no, I guess that's all we can say, guys. Like, I know this wasn't the greatest video, and it was kind of all over the place, but it's hard year for the draft. Usually the draft is just like easy to figure out like who's not getting pushed, but this year it's just a weird vibe coming off WrestleMania, and there's all the guys.
Can I just say, because everyone's already in their like dead set storylines, you know, and there's certain guys that you can't split up, like Seth and Finn are together right now, and then like, you know, the Hardy Boys are back together, but like Bray's with them, and you know, AJ, Daniel Bryan, all of them together, so they're not going to switch mid storyline. But then like you got to choose somebody unless they all go with each other. So by the way, at the draft, obviously if somebody from Raw is going to SmackDown, they're not going to not be there, because wouldn't that give it away? If I was a wrestler and I didn't show up, wouldn't you assume I was going to be on SmackDown the next day?
Right. Like, I even said it when we got on the air, and you're like, Raz, you're being too much of an overanalyzing wrestling fan. But I said Becky Lynch was not on SmackDown. And then she didn't, you know, character-wise feel bad for Charlotte. Like, is she going to Raw? And you were just like, that happens a million times every day of wrestlers not giving.
Well, no, I'm talking about this specific draft.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, the people that are going to SmackDown are just going to show up the next night, but they're not going to not have them on Raw, because that would give it away.
Exactly. You know? Who do you think would be, okay, if we can't figure out exactly who should move, maybe we should talk about, if this person did move, what would be your biggest surprise? For me, it would be Daniel Bryan right now. Daniel Bryan going to Raw would be just, he's back full time. We're moving him to Raw to completely do something different with him that you didn't expect. But then immediately, if Daniel Bryan goes to Raw, the only thing people are going to see is him be the one to beat Brock Lesnar. And I don't think that'll happen as long as Roman Reigns is around.
I don't think that would be a good idea for them. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, no, people would want to see that. You know who wouldn't be expected? Ronda. Like, she just got to wrestling.
Right. So her going to SmackDown would be like, what? Why? Yeah. I completely agree with that.
Because like, she just came to WWE, so you're gonna just send her already to SmackDown. I would understand maybe like a year from now, but like, she's only been here for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Not even. Let's see, who else? I think it would be both, like not necessarily surprising, but like sending the Hardy Boys to SmackDown, that they're in their own storyline right now, and like they both just came, especially Jeff just came back.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Finn would be another one. Originally, we said Finn to SmackDown would be great, but he's so involved with Seth in that whole Intercontinental title picture right now that I...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Certain guys are just really involved right now, so...
Yeah. So I guess that's it, guys and gals. I guess that's all we can really say, unless there's something you want to add before I close out.
No.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the channel with me, as always. Your stuff will be down below in the description. Sorry, guys, that the upload schedule got screwed up this week. Blame it on YouTube and the Google glitch because I had 2 videos in the queue and neither one of them worked. So I was like, well, it's Wrestling Wednesday and Jamie's here wanting to do wrestling videos. So I'm going to do wrestling. So hopefully track Thursday and tomorrow and then the rest of the schedule next week. But yeah, comment down below and let us know what you thought about the WrestleMania fallout and all the craziness this week. Look for Jamie next week on Raw in the crowd because it's going to be great.
And my Undertaker reaction will be. Oh wait, I just muted my mic. Okay, wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Muted my microphone by an accident. Anyways, yes, I'm going to be on Raw, and look for me. I'm on the ramp. I'll tweet where I am, but I'm on the ramp side, the camera side where the ramp is, and my Undertaker reaction video will be up on Saturday. I didn't really want to do it back to back, and I wanted to do it on an uploading day, so mine are Wednesday and Saturday. But, yep. All right.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Undertaker on the 28th, and I'm so happy to see him at what's it called? At WrestleMania. I was happy to see him. This is really random, by the way, but I know they're free agents. But what if like Undertaker and John Cena were on like either one? It wouldn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, it would really make the storyline a lot more interesting. Like if John Cena gets entrenched on SmackDown and Undertaker gets entrenched on Raw, that would definitely, or the other way around, that would definitely.
Or both on one show and then, or both on one on Smack, like both on either show. Like he can show up for Raw because I'm gonna be there.
But. Right. No, I completely agree with that. I hadn't thought of that, but that would definitely be really interesting. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy week, guys and gals, and there's going to be a lot to talk about. So we might come back next week, and as long as like this one here is not like, completely wore out from going to Raw, we might do another 2-parter next week. Like we might do SmackDown here and Raw over there on her channel if you want to.
Yes, and I'm also going to do a video of my experience there, so that'll go up first before we do anything. And I think we should do a video on the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but yeah, we should definitely do that as well. So if we can't decide which channel that should go on, it'll probably just go on both. Like it'll be live on one, and the person will download it and put it up on the other channel. But we want to do more of these joint videos because we like doing No Turning Back, but we can't really commit to No Turning Back because of our schedule every week. But as often as we can do this, we do like doing these together. And I think I can speak for you. We really appreciate when we hear things like, you got us back into wrestling, like your passion got us back into wrestling. I love hearing that stuff from the viewers. And so it's always really exciting and really great to do videos with you, my friend. And so with that, as always, this has been your RazMansReality check, and we will see you next time.
Bye.